Invert drunk bear with hamstring reference. This is a breathing drill that we can use to help orient our body a little more over towards the left side, as well as get some pump handle and posterior expansion. The way we want to get set up for this is you're going to need a yoga block, and then you will need a space on the wall where you can put your feet. We want to think about having our big toes and entire toe pad up against the wall, and then I'm going to pull my toes up the wall, and my goal of pulling my toes up the wall is to find some hamstrings, so those big muscles in the back of your leg. Now, we're also going to take this yoga block and we're going to put it underneath our left knee. And I want the yoga block pretty well supporting all the way from the front of my left knee down my tibia, so I wouldn't want to have it just kind of like in the front here. So go ahead and put that yoga block underneath that whole lower limb of your leg. Now, I am going to again, get my toes in position, pull up the wall so that I can find some hamstrings. I want to make sure here when I find the hamstrings that I'm not overly just kind of like letting my butt pop up into the air, and I also don't want to tuck here. We don't want a lot of that tucking because that means we're going to be gripping our glutes, and we don't want that, okay? So we're just kind of finding that neutral position where we're like, okay, so yeah, I'm not overly popping out and I'm not overly tucked under. From here, I want you to come on down to your left forearm. Your left elbow is going to be underneath your left shoulder. You're going to take your right hand and you're going to put it out to the side. You don't want it straight out to the side nor out in front of you, just at that about 45-degree angle. From here, I want you to take those right fingertips, spread them out into the ground, and then kind of push yourself over to the left side. I want you to feel for your left knee and left forearm getting heavier on the left as you keep all of the tension in your hamstrings. If you start to feel some tension in your calves, let your toes wiggle a little bit and then put them back on the wall, and then really kind of focus on that pulling up. We don't need to push into the wall also, we're just pulling up to kind of help find the hamstrings. Now from here, you're going to take a long, soft sighing exhale with your with your mouth. Feeling tension, empty from the bottom up. We want that bottom up tension because that means that we're getting our deep core on, and then we're going to keep some of that deep core tension, and we are going to inhale through our nose. And then exhale with the mouth. Empty from the bottom up. Keep some of that tension in your deep core. Inhale again through the nose. And then exhale. You kind of want to be circling through your different points of reference as you're doing these breathing drills. We want to make sure that we stay feeling heavy on the left, that our left knee really feels a good amount of pressure on the yoga block, that we're keeping some hamstrings, and that we also have that deep core tension when we go to inhale each time, because that's going to make sure that we get a good amount of expansion in the anterior or pump handle and posterior thorax. And that's how you do it.